I recently came across a $500,000 retirement portfolio on YouTube where the video walked through 8 monthly ETFs that the investor, the creator, had in his portfolio. I wanted to make this video and go through a YieldCanary test of the 8 funds, and it turns out 7 of them passed, but there is one critical mistake I found in this portfolio. There's one fund that I would replace, and I'm going to get into that and show you what I would replace it with at the end of this video. So here's a little more context. The video was very popular, about 100,000 views this video received on it, and it was $500,000 split evenly across all 8 of these funds. It's designed to generate retirement income, so it needs to be that solid structure. It has to be solid income that you can rely on, and it was designed for cash flow, and especially designed for no Nav erosion was a big deal in the video. So the picks were generally good. Like I said, 7 out of the 8 passed, but I wanted to add that health check layer on top of what he chose for these. So knowing what a fund pays is obviously a big deal, but that's not the full picture. You need to know whether that income is real or whether your NAV is eroding, obviously, and that's especially true for a retirement portfolio. So let me get into the high level of what his portfolio consisted of right here. And you can see these are the funds right down the left-hand side: QQQI, SPY-I, TSPY, KQQQ, QDVO, BIGY, GOOP, and SLVO, which is the one that I would replace. And like I said, I'll show you what I would replace it with towards the end. So if we're looking at just the top 7, you could see on a YieldCanary perspective, these are all healthy status, and they are paying about $3,500 per month after tax, and this is set to a 25% blanket tax rate. So I know funds like SPY-I that use, and QQQI, that use deferred taxes on how they operate. That number, that $3,500 number, is going to be a little bit higher. But just to keep things simple, this is a blanket 25% tax that we are putting on top of this income. One of the standout performers is GOOP from Curve. This is their Google ETF. You could see the YieldCanary metrics here: 13.8% true income yield, very low return of capital, about 2%, very high death clock, 10-year death clock. It probably should just say NA there. But the price return is also above 30% on the 1 year. And this one position is generating $627 per month after tax on a $75,000 investment. When it comes to SLVO, this is why I would replace it. If you look at the price return on a year to date, it is down about 34%. The monthly distributions, if you look at what it has paid out, very erratic. It bounces up and down pretty dramatically. And this is also not an ETF. This is an ETN product. So we don't even track it in YieldCanary right now. We will probably do so in the future. But predictability is everything in retirement income, and SLVO just doesn't offer it, in my opinion. So here we are in the portfolio tab of YieldCanary. I wanted to show you those 7 healthy funds that we talked about before I put in the replacement for SLVO. So you could see the holdings down here. And just before we get started, there are some UI fixes we're changing right as we speak. We're going to add the ability to collapse the monthly income goal in the portfolio health breakdown. And this top row is currently not sticky. And there are some people that reached out that they want to see that happen. So we're working on it, everyone. Okay. But the show must go on here. But the holdings, we have Biggie. You could see the number of shares here, the price that we are getting it at, and the total position value, the cost basis. So you see that for Biggie, GOOP, KQQQ, QDVO, QQQI, SPY-I, TSPI. Coming up to the top, the total cost basis right now, $425,000, with a weighted true income yield nearly at 12%, and an estimated after tax, and the taxes are set to 25%. The estimated after tax is just under $3,500 and just about $42,000 per year after tax. So this is what the 7 funds look like I said, and what I want to do now is add in our replacement fund. So if you go to add holdings, and we are going to type in the replacement of, drumroll please, it is Chippy, and we are going to put in our total shares of 1,037 at a price of $72.30, and click add holding, and this is now our portfolio with all 8 funds in there as healthy funds. You can see the cost basis updated to just over $500,000. The true income yield went up, weighted true income yield went up above 13%, and we now have an estimated monthly income after tax of $56.93, or about $68,000 per year. And here is the Chippy holding that we just added. It is a $72,500 position. And this is the replacement summary here. So SLVO is out, Chippy is in. You could see SLVO is down about 36% year to date. I think it's more like 34% when we just checked earlier. Chippy is a healthy fund on the YieldCanary platform. SLVO has very erratic distributions. Chippy is a $1 billion fund. It's a weekly payer, generating $2,227 per month after tax on this portfolio. Now, SLVO was generating about $6,100 per month, but that definitely comes at a cost because, like I said, it is very erratic with its distributions. So the updated portfolio is about $56.93 per month after tax, and all 8 of the funds in our portfolio we just built are now healthy. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, be sure to subscribe on the way out, and if you want to try YieldCanary out for free, there's going to be a link down in the pinned comments. We'll see you in the next video.